everyone, this is Tejas Raj from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering from the course of Data Science, and I am here to discuss about what is Introduction to C Programming. So let's move on. C is a powerful, versatile programming language that forms the foundation for many modern software systems. In this introduction, you will learn the basics of C programming, including its syntax, data types, control structures, and fundamentals of writing efficient and effective C code. So let's move on. What is C program? C is a powerful and versatile programming language that was developed in the early 1970s by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs. It is a low-level language that provides direct access to computer hardware, making it ideal for system programming, embedded system, and performance-critical applications. C is known for its efficiency, portability, and flexibility, allowing developers to write code that can run on a variety of platforms and devices. Its simplicity and close to the mental nature have made it a fundamental language for computer science education and the foundation for many other programming languages. So let's move on. Here comes the history and development of C. Here comes the first one as origins. So as I said, C was developed in the early 1970s by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs as a systems programming language to replace assembly code. Then influence. C was designed to be efficient, portable, and close to the hardware, making it a powerful tool for building operating systems, drivers, and other low-level softwares. Then it comes to the standardization. The C language was standardized in 1989 by the American National Standards Institute, ensuring portability and consistency across different platforms. So let's move on. Now we'll discuss about what is C programming syntax and structures. The first thing is what is variables and data types. Data types is of 5 types. One is int, float, double, character, and void. So what is int? Integer data type is also called as integer data type, which it stores an integer value on integer constant, as an int is a keyword using which the programmer can inform the compiler that data associated with the keyword should be treated as an integer. Also it supports n of 2 types. One is short int and hint, and another is long int. There is of many bits according to it. So let's move on. So as I said here, C programs use variables to store data. Variables have specific data types like integer, floating point numbers, and character that determine the kind of values they hold. And another comes to the functions and statements. C programs are built for functions, which are blocks of code that perform specific tasks. Statements like if, else, for, and while control the flow of execution in a C program. And another comes to the pointers and memory management. Pointers in C allows direct access to memory addresses, enabling advanced memory manipulation. C programmers must carefully manage memory allocations and deallocation to avoid common issues like memory leaks. Next come to the preprocessor and compilation. The C processor handles directives that modify the program before compilation, and another is the compiler then translates the source code into machine readable and executable code that can run on a computer. So next comes to the data types and variables in C. So primitive data types. C programming has a set of fundamental data types including integers called as int and floating point called as float, and another is character called as char, and boolean values called as bool. These basic types allows you to store and manipulate different kinds of data in your C programming. Then variables declaration. To use data in C, you must first declare variables to hold that data. A variable declaration specifies the data type and a unique name for the variable, allowing you to reference and update its value throughout your code. Next comes to the dynamic memory allocation. C also supports dynamic memory allocations, where you can allocate memory at runtime using functions like malloc and calloc. This gives you the flexibility to work with data structures of variable size such as array and linked list. Next comes to the type conversion. When working with data types, C allows you to perform type conversions both implicitly, automatic, which is also called as automatic, and explicitly using casting. This helps ensures compatibility and enables more complex operations between variables of different types. So let's move on. Next we are moving to the operators and expressions in C. Arithmetic operators. C supports basic arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and divisions. These operators allows you to perform mathematical calculation within your C programming. Next comes to the relational operators. Relational operators such as greater than, less than, and equal to allows you to make comparison between values and control the flow of your program based on these comparisons. Next come to the logical operator. Logical operators like and, nor, not enable you to combine multiple conditions and make complex decisions in your C code. giving you more flexibility and control. So let's move on. Next, we are moving to the control structures in C. Conditional statements. C provides if else and switch statements to control the flow of execution based on specific conditions. Another is loops. C has while, do while, and for loop for repeat a block of code until a certain condition is met. Next, come to the branching. The goto statements allows unconditional jumps to a enabled location in the code, enabling complex program flow. Next, come to the break and continue. The break statement exits a loop while continue skips the current iteration and moves to the next one. That is called as break and continue. So let's move on. Here we are moving to the functions in C. What are the functions? Functions in C are reusable block of code that performs a specific task. They help organize your code, improve readability, and promote code reuse. Next come to the defining functions. A function is defined with a return type, name, parameters, and body. The body contains the code that will executedly when the function is called. Then it comes to the calling function. To use a function, you call it by name and pass by any required arguments. The functions will execute its code and return a value, if any, to the caller. Next come to the benefit of functions. Functions promote modularity, reusability, and maintainability of code. They also help break down complex programs into smaller, more manageable pieces. So let's move on. Next, we are moving to the arrays and pointers in C. Arrays in C. Arrays in C are continuous block of memory that stores multiple elements of the same data type. They allow efficient storage and manipulation of collections of related data. Next, come to the pointers in C. Pointers in C are variables that stores memory addresses. They provide direct access to the data in memory, enabling advanced data structures and dynamic memory allocations. Next, come to the array pointer relationship. Arrays and pointers are closely related. An array name is a constant pointer to the first element, and pointer arithmetic can be used to transfer array elements. So let's move on. Next, come to the file input output in C, and this is the last in the C programming. So first thing is file handling. What is file handling? C programming provides various functions to handle files, allowing you to open, read, write, and close files with easily. Next, come to the files types. C supports different file types, including text file, binary files, and specified formats like CSV and JSON, each with unique operations and consideration. Next, come to the file input output functions. Common file input output functions in C include fopen, fread, fwrite, and fclose, enabling you to interact with files. So this is the final thing of programming language, and thank you everyone for watching this video. Thank you.